It's an interesting question. It would take a lot of accountability on the part of the leadership. It would take a lot of accountability on the part of the leadership. That is really my biggest issue, is that there's all these things going on and they don't talk about them.
See, and what I take from that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that
I will.
The troubling history does not bother you as much as the current day actions and policies.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Like, I don't like a lot of the details about polygamy, but if the church could stand up and say, you know what?
We screwed that up.
Or just, look, here is the history. There's enough history here to show that there was a lot of icky going on here. I don't necessarily understand why that happened. I still believe that Joseph Smith is a prophet. I still believe that he was the prophet of the restoration. I don't understand why these things happened, but we want you to know that they did. That would go a long way to correcting some of the issues. And I don't know if it would be enough for me to go back.
Yeah,
but if I were to go back, there would have to be a lot of that on a lot of issues.
Yeah, so for me, I couldn't go back. Like, even if they came out and were accountable, I'd say that's great for the people who want to stay in. But for me in my house,
right.
I'm out.
Right.
Apparently Mason's not my house though, so.
Or maybe you just don't get to make all the decisions for your house.
Right. So you and I had talked earlier about some of the feedback that we've gotten. And then you had said, did we get any negative feedback? And I was like, yeah, we got a couple. We got a couple of things that I would say were negative, although all except for your family's feedback. I'll leave it to your family.
Well, my family left feedback on the website?
No, not on the website, but just feedback. No, I'm talking about feedback in general.
Right.
The feedback that we got that I would say was more negative from our listeners was all constructive and respectful. And that has been very valuable to me.
Absolutely.
That people have been able to come to us and say, hey, we don't like this, or this kind of bothers me, or whatever. And so I really appreciated that. But when I kind of look at the feedback that we've gotten, the underlying theme has been that most of the people that have left us feedback say that they feel like they are learning skills that are helping them navigate better on their own journey, whether they're staying in or coming out of Mormonism. And that they feel very strongly connected with us because we've been vulnerable. And then the other thing that I've heard probably about 50% of the time is I finally feel like I'm understanding myself better because of your podcast. And I can just say that when it comes to what we've been doing over the last 9 months in this podcast, that is my greatest honor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of the things I like listening to RFM and Bill Reel, Mormonism Live.
Oh, absolutely.
Because of the down and dirty focus on just the details and the history of situations, the facts of a situation.
That's what I love about Bill Reel and RFM is that I feel like their focus is delivering an argument-based, incredible, accurate information.
Right.
And I love that about them.
I enjoy Mormon stories too, because they just get the personal things that are going on. So I like the facts of the issues. I like the personal, this is what's gone on with this person, so on.
Because at Mormon Stories, that's where I learned I wasn't alone.
Right.
And that is so valuable on your journey to healing.
Absolutely. And does it help people leave the church? Absolutely. Because you don't feel like you're alone in this process. You're not the only one that is hearing these things and struggling with these things and trying to decide. But what I love about what we have tried to do is that we have tried to educate in such a way that you can process whatever issue you're struggling with. We have talked about some of the issues and the facts involved in those, but what we have tried to do mostly is say, this is what's going on. Now what? What do we do with this information? How do we manage it for ourselves? Where do we go from here? What tools do we have that we can use on a daily basis to deal not just with Mormonism issues, but workplace issues or family issues, all the things that we can learn. And of course, most of that has come from you, which is why I have been the learner in a lot of ways here as I've gone through this process. But I love that. I love that we've been able to do that.
If you'd like to ask me any question, no topic is off limits, then please join us Thursdays at 12:15 Central Standard Time for our Throwback Thursday show, where you can interact with me live. For more information, please visit our Daisy Girl Communications Facebook page or email me at daisygirlcommunications@gmail.com.